And in December last year, and I had the privilege of kind of working with Lee Rathbone. So I was working with Lee. I said, Lee, I'm going to go into public speaking. And Lee, most people in the test community know what he's just a fantastic individual. So he was just saying, go for it. So I was taking tips from him. But I'll be honest with you, I was terrified because I do kind of get nervous and I start to speak fast when I get nervous. So, but equally, the older I've got, I thought I need to share. I need to tell my story. So actually, I'm not one of those people that I can just stand up and say, right, explain everything about testing technically. But I think it was Lee who himself said to me, the one thing you can talk about is yourself. You're the expert in yourself. So, and that's what I did. I was terrified before it, to be honest. So I went down to the Ministry of Test in Birmingham, the Mids Birmingham, and we went. I did my first lightning speak there. That was really well. So, and then I did the question time, and then eventually did I think it was it was a talk to the Chester devs as well about the same time. Nice. So that was like, talk about throwing myself into the deep end, presenting from a test in front of 100 devs. So it was terrifying, to be honest, but it was hugely rewarding, to be honest. I've learned so much about myself, and it was from there I actually decided to kind of go a bit more. I've read the Storyteller's Spell book from James Whittaker, absolutely fantastic. So I've taken so much from that as well. So it was terrifying, it was uncomfortable, and I'm not saying that those are bad things, by the way. I think if you're not terrified and uncomfortable preparing for a speech, I think this is what James Whittaker said, is but there's something wrong. So it's actually, I'm quite, even now and today, I'm feeling anxious and nervous, but I realise that's good. I realise it's a good thing because it gets the adrenaline going. So,
excellent.
But I'm also feeling comfortable as well. So, it was, I would highly recommend just even doing a lightning talk to and just get yourself out there. It's practicing. And it's such a, you never come across a bad audience. I've had such lovely feedback, to be honest. It's been really good. And like for myself, Beth. So I would encourage anyone to just there's no such thing as you're talking about the wrong subject. If it's important to you, go and speak about it. Absolutely.
You're so right. It's definitely something I've learned this year too, that people just want you to succeed. They really do. They're not going to these talks thinking, oh, I'm going to shoot that person down and tell them that they're wrong. Like, that isn't people's mindset. Exactly. And I think that little voice inside your head thinks you're going to have this tsunami of people telling you, oh, you're stupid. What are you doing that for? And they aren't there. Those people aren't there. There are a code of conducts at every event, every talk that mean that those people just aren't welcome, so yeah, I think there's some really good tips there, starting off with a lightning talk. Do your reading about how to present.
Yes,
get
absolutely.
some good tips about that, and practice. That's all fantastic.
And watch other people speaking as well, Beth. So I've seen like Lee Rathbone 3 or 4 times now actually do at his conferences and stand-ups. Fantastic. I've seen, go onto YouTube, James Whittaker, and other people who are generally, I think, watching stand-up comedians as well are actually really how they present themselves, and actually just read a bit. And so watching people, I know you've just recently done a blog on that, and actually it's been, I think people are in the spotlight, and but just watching other people in tech. When I was working at Very, we had a regular forum there where people was encouraged. So if you've got an internal forum at your company, put yourself forward for that. And even if you haven't, start one up, and just to get yourself up there. So yeah, and watching other people speak is that's probably one of my biggest learning things. Like
Totally agree. Really weird and slightly guilty pleasure of mine is watching like shopping channels. So okay. I like to watch like QVC, and part of the reason why I like to watch it is because they are trained in how to sell an idea, how to sell something to somebody. And I think a lot of the techniques they have translate really well into presenting. So how do you frame something in a way that engages the people that you're trying to speak to and things? And they're masters at it because that's their job.
Very good point, actually. Yeah, there's areas of life where you can take something and apply it to your own context.
Yeah,
because we shouldn't just stay in tech and like look at everywhere around. I know people always say, "Oh, look at Steve Jobs," when he was like, but there's other people around. Like, look at Barack Obama, for example. The way he speaks and relaxes, and it's just absolutely. And if you can take 1 millionth of what he's got, then you can. You know what I mean?